I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And this is your Lake of the Ozarks news update, brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com, and sponsored by Yacht Club Powersports and Burger Smokehouse in California, Missouri.
And today we're going to be talking about ladybugs everywhere. A conservation official explains why they're in your home.
And Lake TV goes to the dogs.
William Holtz at the Cadvy Color Run.
What a new waterfront hotel could mean for the lake area.
Your chance to talk to state legislators about the lake's top safety concerns.
A new tournament that joins professional golfers and fishermen.
Plus, we'll have an exclusive interview with the adoptive parents of a child who was brutally abused by her own father in 2009. He confessed to the crime, but last week he went free on a technicality.
You won't want to miss this, all of that, and of course a look at events coming to the lake this weekend. That's after a message from Yacht Club Powersports.
Yacht Club Powersports has expanded to ensure you have fun on both land and water, on the trails and on the road with Can-Am, Kawasaki, Victory Motorcycles, Arctic Cat, and Polaris, which introduces the 2015 Slingshot. On the water as the world's #1 Sea-Doo dealer, and are proud to introduce the Supra and Moomba boat lines to the YC Powersports family. Look for our new showroom this summer off Formula Way in Osage Beach, and you can find us off Highway 63 in Columbia. Yacht Club Powersports, where the fun begins and never ends.
It was a cloudy day at the Dogwood Animal Shelter in Osage Beach, but the Halloween Festival goers didn't seem to notice, as dog owners and their pets gathered for a day of fun on the shelter grounds.
That's a hot dog, obviously.
Yes.
There were horseback rides for the kids, lots of vendor booths outside, and vendor tables inside. Of course, the main attraction was the pet parade, led by Sparky the Clown, and a contest for the best costume. There were some really creative entries, like Hans and Franz. They won second place, by the way. What's the Halloween Festival all about? Shelter Director Donna Morris.
This is our 5th year for the Halloween Festival. And one of the main ideas behind it was to get people out to the shelter, have a good time, bring their furry pals and meet our furry pals, and realize that the shelter's not a bad place. It's a lot of fun and there's a lot of good stuff going on here. It's a healthy, happy place. So that was one thing. Of course, we do some fundraising here with the lunch sales and the vendor good spaces and the bake sale and things, because the shelter is always needing funding because we're donation funded.
Right.
But mainly we want people to come out and have a good time with their pets and our pets and just feel good about the shelter.
The event was emceed by a familiar character, Captain Scalawag from the Jolly Rogers pirate ship, the Calypso. And when the votes were all counted, this little fairy and her dog were the winners. Oh, and by the way, there was one cat.
This looks like the only cat in the parade. What's your cat's name?
Jimmy Q.
All right.
Bob Spicer for Lake TV at the Halloween Festival.
Lake TV here at Camdenton High School. It's the CADV annual Color Dash 5K run, and we are gonna get in on the act. As you see, the colors everywhere. We're gonna go ahead and run the race. We'll see you at the finish line. Lake TV here at Camdenton High School, and it's the Color Dash 5K for the CADV, and we're here with the Executive Director, Angie. Angie, tell us a little bit about the event and the CADV.
It's the Color Dash, National Color Dash Run. It's October, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're trying to jam as many fundraisers in as we can to bring awareness to domestic violence.
Okay, so domestic violence, tell us a little bit about the people you guys reach out to and assist, and also where we can find you and also maybe get involved.
Okay, we are a 28-bed facility. We house women and children. We provide services, legal advocacy, counseling, free counseling. Everything we do is confidential. You can get a hold of CADV 346-9630. We have a website that's cadv-voc.org. It also has an escape site on it, so it's totally safe. If you're on the internet, you can hit an escape button and it erases that you were ever on the site, so totally confidential and safe.
And we definitely have blessed with a beautiful day. Angie and I both ran in the race, and needless to say, what a course.
Yes, it was. A lot of hills.
Lake TV here, and this is the finish line at the Color Dash 5K for the CADV. You see some of the runners coming across the finish line. What a course we had. So on behalf of Lake TV, this was the Color Dash 5K for the CADV. Back to you guys.
Homes across the Lake of the Ozarks were swarmed with smelly spotted beetles after a warmer than average temperatures last week. The invaders look a lot like a ladybug, but they are actually a multicolored Asian lady beetle. They're mostly harmless to humans, although they can occasionally bite, but they prefer to eat aphids and other insects. Missouri Department of Conservation insect specialist Rob Lawrence says their unique appetite is the reason they were brought to the U.S. Growers hoped the beetles would work with native ladybugs to protect agriculture crops, but Lawrence says the Asian variety tends to be the one that invades your home in the fall. Residents should only have to deal with the brightly colored refugees for another week or two because once freezing temperatures hit, the beetles will disappear until the spring when they begin working in your garden, maybe even before you do.
A new waterfront hotel could bring a huge boost to the lake economy. Peninsula Development has plans to build a 250-room hotel and public event space in Camden County. The hotel would stand near the intersection of KK and Business 54, and when finished, it could provide about 300 jobs and thousands of dollars in tax revenue. Dr. Dan Foster is a developer for Peninsula. He believes the complex is a much-needed modern addition to the area. The exact design hasn't been chosen yet, but it'll reportedly include a performing arts facility and room for expansion.
The Sunrise Beach Board of Trustees is slowing down traffic at one of the entrances to the Hurricane Deck Elementary School. The board lowered the speed limit to 25 miles per hour along American Legion Road within the village limits. They also authorized a three-way stop sign at the intersection on American Legion Road near the northern entrance to the school. A stop-ahead sign will be installed as well to prepare drivers for the change.
The Lake of the Ozarks residents will have a chance to voice their concerns on 3 major lake issues in a listening session with state legislators. State Representatives Diane Franklin, Rocky Miller, and David Wood will host a forum to hear area residents' concerns about boat wakes, dock electrocutions, and structural fire safety. Franklin says she has been hearing more concerns about the property damage caused by large boat wakes and the safety concerns that come with them. The legislators also see a pressing need to discuss these issues since the recent Compass Point condominium fire in August that killed 4 children, you remember. There have also been 5 dock electrocution deaths at the lake since 2007. The listening session will be scheduled for Wednesday, November 4th. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning at Osage Beach City Hall, and the meeting is open to the public.
The folks at Old Kinderhook Golf Resort and BassingBob.com are combining 2 of the most popular activities at the Lake of the Ozarks, fishing and golf, to create a unique annual tournament. The first ever Missouri Invitational Bass and Golf Championship at Old Kinderhook happens this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. The tournament pairs 20 amateur anglers with 20 of Missouri's most celebrated tournament fishermen to compete for a total prize pot of $10,000. The spots for the 20 amateurs sold out in 3 days. Each team will also be paired with a PGA Golf Pro and will play 9 holes of golf on Old Kinderhook's gem of a course. For more information on the Missouri Invitational Bass and Golf Championship, visit the tournaments page at BassingBob.com.
Nominations now open for Outstanding Teachers, Alumni, and Friends of Camden Schools. Each year, the Camdenton School District Education Foundation welcomes people into its Hall of Leaders who have been made a lasting impact on the school, but they need your help to find them. If you know of somebody who has achieved outstanding things in education, youth, and community, you can nominate them. That's until Friday, November 6th. And for more information, check out the Education Foundation's page on the district website. Coming up, that exclusive interview we mentioned earlier, then a look at events around the lake this weekend that you won't want to miss. But first, a message from Burger's Smokehouse.
Welcome to Burger's Smokehouse. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Burger's Smokehouse invites everyone to come and visit our unique visitor center. See all the amazing museum-quality displays highlighting the seasons of the Ozarks and learn about meat curing and the history of Burger's Smokehouse. Peruse our factory country store where we offer the largest selection of cured and smoked meats found anywhere. While you're here, grab a smoked meat sandwich and enjoy our video tour in the Good Old Days Theater to see how we produce our famous products. Our four-generation family business has combined time-tested curing traditions with modern meat processing innovations to become the largest specialty cured and smoked meat processor in the nation. Burger's Smokehouse is nestled deep in the rolling Ozark Hills near California, Missouri, just 20 miles north of Eldon on Highway 87. We're just a short drive from anywhere in the lake area. Just follow the road signs to Burger's Smokehouse. You can find our products in grocery stores throughout the lake area. Visit our website at smokehouse.com. Burger's Smokehouse, your trusted provider of cured and smoked meat since 1952.
There are times when our justice system hits a home run. The cops catch the bad guy, the prosecutor convicts him, and the judge puts him behind bars. But in the case of a Miller County man who confessed to the rape of his infant daughter, many are saying the system struck out. In 2009, a 5-month-old girl spent 10 days in University Hospital in Columbia, Missouri, after being brutally assaulted. A sexual assault response team went to authorities after examining the infant and finding signs of sexual abuse. Aaron Michael Fisher is the victim's father. He lives in the rural Brumley area of Miller County, Missouri. He was arrested, and a few years later, he confessed to the crime in open court. Authorities have handwritten and audio recordings of the confession, but this week, he was released from jail after 6 years of legal proceedings when Cole County, Missouri Judge Patricia Joyce said he had been denied his constitutional right to a speedy trial. The judge's ruling came 1 month before Fisher was scheduled to stand trial. County Prosecutor Ben Winfrey inherited the case when he was elected last year. By that time, it had dragged on for 5 years, with multiple jury trials scheduled, then canceled. Winfrey says many of those delays were the result of Fisher's own attorney, or Fisher himself. News of his release lit up social media, with some calling for vigilante justice, while others want Judge Joyce to lose her job. But for one family, the worst thing about Fisher's freedom is the fear that he might do it again. That's the adoptive family of the little girl, Fisher's own daughter, who he admitted he raped in 2009. Her name has been changed since then. She's 6 years old now. The adoptive parents agreed to sit down with Lake TV and LakeExpo.com for an exclusive interview, but were keeping their identity concealed to protect the family.
I'm William Holtz with Lake TV, and we now have the privilege of being joined by the adoptive parents of that victim. Understandably, it's been an unfathomable 72-hour roller coaster for you guys. How are you doing?
Disappointed.
Frustrated, mad, angry, in disbelief.
Yeah, I understand that you guys have been working on an order of protection. Can you tell us what the status of that is?
We've been trying to get an order for protection for our children since we found out about Judge Joyce's ruling on Friday night, and she ruled to have Aaron Fisher released to the public. We've hit roadblocks everywhere we go because in order to fill out an order of protection, we have to give our children's names, and when the adoption was finalized, we changed their names and we changed their social security number so he could never contact them again, and we have not been able to do that.
So no order of protection at this time. With that being said, do you and your family feel safe with this man on the streets?
No, we don't, and there's other families out there, and they shouldn't either, because, I mean, the evidence is there, and, you know, I just pray that nothing ever happens to anyone else like what happened to my daughter.
And it just doesn't, nobody can fathom what happened, and this person is walking the street right now. He's a ghost. He's essentially a ghost. He didn't have to tell anyone an address of where he's going. He was let out of the jail, and no one knows where he's at. He doesn't have to check into probation and parole. He could apply for a job and nothing would come up in a background check at this point. He could be working around children. It is just ridiculous.
A lot of people watching this right now have seen the stories break online and through Facebook, but commenting on that is not enough. Touch on that, Mom.
If all you do is comment on Facebook or gossip about this and say this is such a horrible thing, but you do nothing, you're part of the problem. We need somebody to be a voice for our family, for our children, for the community. You just need to contact the Attorney General's office and just be a voice for everyone. This cannot happen.
Mom, Dad, we certainly commend you both for having the courage for doing this interview and for coming forward with this, and we hope that this has a hand in justice being served. 27-year-old Aaron Michael Fisher of Brumley admitted to physically and sexually abusing his then 5-month-old daughter. Aaron Michael Fisher does not have to register as a sex offender. Aaron Michael Fisher is walking the streets without consequences, and Aaron Michael Fisher is free, and he will be free until action is taken. Email the Attorney General's office at the email address on your screen below and do your part by getting involved, and above all else, keep his victims and their families in your prayers. Reporting for Lake TV and Lake Expo, I'm William Holtz.
The Haunted Maze and Hayride at Tunnel Dam Gardens runs Friday and Saturday from 7 to 11 p.m. in Max Creek. It's $5 per carload for a scary ride.
You could also head to Old Kinderhook and celebrate Halloween on the ice. This is the first weekend that the outdoor ice rink will be reopened for the season. Halloween events will run from 4 to 8 p.m. Make sure to dress up in your favorite Halloween costume and come out to enjoy games, candy for the kids, and a costume contest.
There will also be a Halloween bash on the Bagnell Dam Strip from 2 to 4 p.m. Kids can trick or treat at the businesses along the historic strip, and both kids and adults can compete in a costume contest.
Captain Ron's also has several events going on this weekend. The Buddy Bass Fishing Tournament is Saturday and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 4. And Saturday night, they're hosting their annual adult Halloween party with live music. That starts at 7 o'clock.
This has been your Lake of the Ozarks News Update.
Thanks for watching us on Charter Cable Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, and of course watch us anytime on mylaketv.com. Happy Halloween.
See you next time.
Right.